Assalamualaikum students. Today our lecture is regarding the interpretation of the data. Data interpretation has always been a big problem for researchers and the students while writing their research papers, theses or articles. While interpreting the data, initially keep in your mind the type of the data. There are two types of the data. First one is qualitative data. Qualitative data describes the qualities or characteristics. It is collected using questionnaires, interviews, or observations. Qualitative data may be difficult to precisely measure and analyze. The data may be in the form of descriptive words. The example of the qualitative data is the content analysis. In the content analysis, we take a single word and look at how many times it is used in the history or how many times it is used in a specific novel or a story. Then the second type is the quantitative data. The quantitative data are used when a researcher is trying to quantify a problem or address the what or how many aspects of research question. It is data that can either be counted or compared on a numeric scale. For example, it could be the number of first-year students at University of Sagora, or ratings on a scale of 1 to 4 of the quality of food served at cafeteria. These data are usually gathered using instruments such as questionnaire, which includes a rating scale. Statistical analysis software such as SPSS is often used to analyze the quantitative data. Now we will look at an example of data. This is overall school sport management construct competencies. In the rank first, public relation competencies, fundamental communication competencies, and so on. The measures are number of respondents, n means the number of respondents, and the mean, standard deviation, minimum, and the maximum are given in the tables. Now how we will interpret this data. In the table XYZ, it was indicated that public relation is planned and sustained process of communication between a sport business and its public for the purpose of obtaining, maintaining, or improving good relations and building networks. To clear constructs, competencies could be identified from the responses. The mean is used as indicated in table XYZ. The two groups constructs competencies identified were public relationships and the networking. According to the table XYZ, public relationship was most important construct competencies with a higher mean of 3.72. Let's look at the table. What is the higher mean in the table? The higher mean public relations competencies. While networking was the only rank 15th with the mean value of 3.24. These responses reflect an approach of professionalism among all role players in school sport that addresses the challenges to build the school sport image and retain relationships with different stakeholders. Now, these are something to keep in mind while interpreting the data. Consider the data from various perspectives. Think beyond the data, but do not stray too far from the data. Be mindful that you are not making too much of your data or too little. Make the link between the data and your interpretations clear. Base interpretation in your research. Make visible the assumptions and the beliefs or mental models that influence your interpretation. We each carry images, assumptions, and stories in our minds about ourselves, others, the organizations we work in, etc. As a composite, they represent our view of our world, because these models are generally unarticulated below our level of our awareness. If left unexamined, these assumptions and beliefs can lead to incorrect interpretations. Reflect on your own thinking and reasoning individually and or collectively. List your assumptions about the inquiry focus. Take care not to regard outlying data or data that seems to be the exception. Data that is surprising, contradictory, or puzzling can lead to the useful insights. Students, I hope this will help you a lot in interpretation of the data, and you will be able to do your research paper thesis correctly, and I will always help you in your future requirements, your future questions. I will must answer your questions. Do ask, do subscribe my channel, do like my channel, please click on the bell icon. Thank you very much. This is enough for today. Assalamu alaikum.